Them running a brothel out of the courthouse? Well, they were having sex at least twice in the judge's chambers.
Video evidence from the trial shows former Letcher County Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins point his gun directly at District Judge Kevin Mullins. Mullins is seen on the ground with his hands up and turned away from Steins before the shots were fired. Steins has been charged with murder in the September 19th shooting of Mullins. The next step in the trial is for a grand jury to consider whether to indict Steins.
Well, I told him to put them in separate rooms so they don't talk to each other, too.
Yeah. Have you got the witnesses?
No, they're doing the witnesses.
Who's doing the witnesses?
Justin and a couple other people are walking the witnesses down through there.
Hey,
There ain't no weapons or nothing now.
there ain't nothing in there, bro.
Yeah. Come on now. Right here, open up the back hatch. Come on. No, now come on. Y'all gonna leave me in here and let me die of heat exhaustion? No, I can't get up in there. Come on now. Come on.
I'm up in there, bro. Nobody's up in there.
I can't. Yeah, man. I can't get in. These cuffs are way too tight. Come on now, guys. Come on now.
You may pick your leg up, bro.
Y'all got carbon monoxide in here.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Come on now. Come on. I can't sit like this. I can't. Come on now. Be fair to me.
We're being good to you, brother. You can stick your leg up in there.
Come on now, guys. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Please.
You want to scoot on over a little bit to the left?
Come on now.
Try to scoot on over a little bit more. That way we don't hit you. Can you go any bit farther? I just want to hit you with the door. Put your knee in there, my friend.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Bates. Hey, Bates. Can we loosen this up a little or give the window down?
I'm sorry.
Can we loosen this up a little? Be fair to me, man.
I got some air. I'll crack the window for you, but I can turn the air on back here. Okay?
Yeah. Be fair to me now.
I promise, Mickey. I promise.
God, please.
I promise.
I'll tell you.
It's hot back here, man. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Bombastic side eye.
Come on now, guys. Make sure I get to the jail. Come on now, guys.
I was asking why you done it. Was it over your family?
Come on now, guys. What are you doing?
I was just talking to you. I'm just asking, was it something to do with your family or anything like that? Was it something to do with your family? Something happened? Something did happen, you know. I mean, it'd be good to let us know. Why did you want to talk to your daughter a while ago, Nick? Something did happen that, you know, involved something that could help you when you go to trial and get a fair trial. Letting us know kind of what's going on, what led. Maybe we're almost to the jail. Last one last time. Is there anything you want? Is this anything to do with your family? So maybe that's some information that we need to know. Always can change how investigations are working, you know what I mean? And how they're looked at. You know that.
Guys, no guys. This is not the jail. This is not the jail now. This is not the jail.
Okay, Mickey. Anyway, so do you want to talk about it? Is this to do with anything with your family, your daughter, or anything?
Bring one in.
Do they have to back out to get out, or does that circle out?
Does it circle out or do they get
Okay.
Okay.
So, is
Who you passing me off to?
Leslie? We've talked about it. This is Leslie County Jail.
Who you passing me off to, though?
No, ain't no.
Nobody. He knows the way here. We didn't know the way.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are passing me off here now to somebody.
Mickey, I don't know why you think this.
Y'all are going to let somebody hurt me. Yeah. Come on now, guys. Be fair.
I told you we would be.
Yeah. Don't pass me off to nobody.
The only people we're passing you off to is the jailers inside here.
Just to
Okay.
do it.
That's the jailers.
They said there's somebody in there that they got to clear out. So we can do it.
Yeah, come on now, guys.
Is this anything to do with your family? I think that's some information that would be nice to be out there so we knew what exactly led to this.
Don't put me in that Leslie County van.
Are you aware of anything so far in your investigation that would tell us there was any issues at lunch between Judge
No.
Mullins and Sheriff Steins?
No.
Okay. But someone on behalf of the KSP has spoken to those witnesses?
Yes, they've all been interviewed.
And there was nothing unusual that had arisen during that luncheon?
I was told that the judge made a statement to Mickey about, do we need to meet private in my chambers? That's all I was told.
Do you know the context of
I do
what
not.
the conversation was before that they would need to discuss in chambers?
I do not.
And have you had an opportunity to review the video
I have.
of the prior incident?
I have.
And can you describe for us what happened immediately prior to the clip that we saw?
Sheriff Steins uses his telephone to make some phone calls. He then borrows Judge Mullins' cell phone and appears to make a call on that. And that led to what you just saw.
Okay.
Former Letcher County Sheriff's Deputy Ben Fields was indicted on several charges, including third-degree rape, sodomy, tampering, and perjury. Fields faced Pike County Circuit Judge Eddie Coleman via Zoom, with victim Sabrina Atkins in attendance.
I recognize that Ms. Atkins is a victim in this case, but I'm also believing that the criminal justice system is a victim in this case when people behave this way.
Coleman sentenced Fields to 7 years in prison. Victim Sabrina Atkins expressed a lot of emotion.
Just come and you see the impact this has had on me and my family. So how much this has taken time for me and my son. Here's one thing you gave me back, was knowing I was a strong, independent woman.
Fields will also be listed as a registered sex offender as a result of his actions.
You're going to do outpatient sex offender treatment, and you're not to have contact with anyone with the named victim in this case.
But he does have some videotapes of some stuff in the judge's chambers.
What kind of stuff?
Just with girls sexual and stuff.
What describe? Have you seen the videos?
I've seen one partly, and just him having sex with girls for the able to get out of jail.
Who was having sex?
Ben and just some higher ups up there.
Who?
The judge and.
Now you saw the video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you see on the video? I mean, you.
I mean, I've seen Judge Mullins having sex with a girl.
Who was the girl?
I don't know, because I don't know a lot of people from over there.
Where was it at?
In his office, in the judge's chambers.
Is that the same place that you were meeting Ben? Is that how you know it was the judge's chambers?
Yeah.
And this was Judge who?
Mullins.
But you don't know who the girl was? Mm-hmm. But you just saw the judge?
Right.
Do you know for sure that was the judge?
Yes.
I mean, how do you know that's the judge?
I've been in front of him. His face is pretty clear on there. Like I said, my only goal is to make sure this don't happen to somebody else. I struggle with it real bad.
I was present when she told that to the Attorney General investigator. The chronology was we filed the lawsuit on behalf of Sabrina and another woman who we claim was sexually extorted for favors. That other woman, by the way, is now deceased. And after that lawsuit got filed, Sabrina sat down with a representative of the Kentucky Attorney General office and gave a 4 or 5 hour interview that was recorded. And in that interview, she said what you just mentioned. It's not directly involved in our civil suit, but I will say that, we filed a sweeping lawsuit against the bailiff, I guess, / ankle bracelet operator. And we allege that the county knew or should have known, specifically Sheriff Steins, about the sexual extortion. And, 2 years later, everything Sabrina said has turned out to be true. How do we know that? After we filed the civil lawsuit, the Attorney General's office moved in, indicted Fields, and significantly, if you go through Fields, he was the bailiff, ankle bracelet operator. He pled guilty to everything we said, and there were some pretty sweeping allegations. And he is a convicted felon, sex offender. And, in terms of Sabrina, I know she's under the spotlight. I'm not objective, I'm her lawyer, but I think she's been pretty courageous. And probably one of the most important things in terms of the criminal justice system, I've only been a criminal defense lawyer in Appalachia for 43 years. What's changed dramatically is the number of women who are in drug court ankle bracelet situations. They are so vulnerable to sexual extortion. We don't think what happened to Sabrina and the other 3 women we know feels extorted. We don't think that's an isolated incident. And we're frankly, the reason I'm talking to you today, we're hoping that the national publicity would be that if you're running an ankle bracelet program, a drug court program, which in Appalachia, half the participants are women, how easily extortable these women are for sexual extortion, which is clearly what happened in our case. I obviously don't know. I don't think they would confide in me. What I do know is, since then, unbelievably, the sheriff shot the judge. And I do know the lawyer for the sheriff is a very competent lawyer. He made some comment after the arraignment. This is the criminal defense lawyer, Mr. Bartley. They asked him, was his case related to my civil lawsuit, the allegations? And he basically said yes. And I know right after that, my phone was ringing. You know, I've wondered from day one. I mean, we took the sheriff's deposition in the room I'm sitting in on a Monday. 3 days later, we know he shot and killed the judge. Were those events related? I don't know. As a result of that, what investigations are going on, not going on, I don't know. The only good that's come out of this unbelievable tragedy is there has been interest in making sure that the ladies like Sabrina, who I think has been courageous, and exposing how vulnerable these women are. What role Judge Mullins had or didn't have, we don't know. What Sabrina said during the interview, and like I said, she says in the interview that she saw a video, as I understand it, that another woman apparently clandestinely videoed the judge acting inappropriately. And the way she saw the video was the girl's boyfriend showed it to her. We don't have the video. We have Sabrina's word for what she saw. But all I'll say is, 2 years in, everything Sabrina sat in my office and told me 2 years ago is proven to be true. We have really said, and I've used the word brothel, that they turned that courthouse into something like a brothel.